And Miss Hackney, how are you doing today?
I'm doing okay.
Well, you seem happier than you did last time we met.
Yep, a little bit.
You know, though I have to tell you, we had set up this appointment initially for 6 o'clock, and it's 6:30 already. I understand that we have a lot to talk about, and I want to give you the time that you need, but I can't change the sessions after yours, which leaves us with very little time.
Oh, I need this time. Sure, the next person could wait a little bit. I don't think you have. I don't think they have to go back and work for someone like my supervisor.
Probably not. I understand that your situation can be rough, and you might be worried you don't have the time that you need to find a resolution. I would like to help you find one though. But for this, we need a full session worth of time. Now this goes for every client. You get this in your handbook. It's written in there. It's also in the contract that I give you at the beginning of our relationship, where it speaks of the importance of being prompt to all your sessions. Because if I move the time for someone, that's going to likely cause someone else to suffer, and to no fault of their own.
I understand. I'm just desperately seeking a solution.
And that's fine, and I understand as well. So we'll move forward. In our last session, we discussed some continuing problems that you were having at work with your psych coach. We talked about your concerns regarding the nature of her oversight, the complaints she was making, not seeing what's going on in the classroom, maybe not attending necessarily to your class, just in general not supporting you.
That sounds about right.
I want us to believe that you were going to communicate this, some of them at least, your frustrations and concerns to her, hoping to maybe have a conversation with her, perhaps improve the working relationship. Did you speak with her? And if you did, how do you feel it went?
We did speak, and it seemed like it was getting somewhere, but then I just don't know if it did.
You sound confused with the outcome. Could you help me understand what happened?
She really seemed nice at first, and we were able to joke around about things. And she even apologized for the whole IEP submission date thing, which was my fault. She realized that she had submitted late ones herself. She revealed that she had submitted late ones herself, and that she makes mistakes herself, and she understood, and she understands that we're all overwhelmed, and she just wanted that 7-day plan to be in effect so we don't get in trouble in the future, which I guess I can understand because I was the one who made the mistake, and I apologize. And then she said I can basically come to her at any time.
Terrific. I mean, it sounds like everything to this point has gone well. She seems open to listening to you. You seem to have taken responsibility for your part in what had occurred with the IEP, which I thought that was an area we were going to have to work on. I was pleasantly surprised to hear that. So can you help me understand why you're doubting the effects of your conversation?
After a day or two of getting along and her being pleasant, she started coming in the room and analyzing everything.
Go on.
She was telling me to change things and to stop doing certain things. We did my word wall, which she just said she didn't like how I organized it, and that was something that I was trained in to do, and I did it the way I was trained in. I can't get her to leave my room now. She doesn't want to discuss anything. She gives me the impression that she just wants to take over, and I just got that impression from her.
Well, your situation sounds frustrating. I mean, I know that you had high hopes for what your conversation, in regards to what your conversation was supposed to bring, and I think now you're doubting whether or not your problems were solved.
Yes, to say the least. I should have never spoken to her. I think she's probably she's probably thought about it, and in our conversation that we had, and now I think she might have gotten offended.
So you're saying that you wanted your coach to understand what you're going through, and then you're saying that you wish maybe you hadn't spoken to her. Understanding the importance of communication, how would she know what's going on? And subsequently, what improvements could be made if you don't communicate?
I understand that communication, I understand what you're saying, communication is important. And I know it in that respect, but I guess I'm disappointed because things were going well and now they're not, and I'm not sure now where we're at.
Well, I find in my experience that first time communication scenarios like yours do not always reflect situations, they don't, always rectify situations in whole. What is important is that you've opened the door now for future conversations and communication. I mean, you said yourself that she's now invited you to come in when there's a problem. What's key is that you continue to communicate, which will help her, help you guys develop that rapport that you've been seeking.
That's fine. I understand communication is important, but are you going to help me with that?
Well, I do see that you're realizing the importance of communication, and for that matter, in most scenarios that you're going to encounter in life, I guess I'll answer your question with one of mine, which is, to what extent are you willing to develop your skills so that you can you can come up with your own solutions? To what extent are you willing to develop your skills in this area so that you can do that?
Very.
Very.
I'm very willing to develop my skills to do that.
Well, now that we've decided to work together to improve your situation and your ability to communicate when problems arise, for that matter, I think it would be wise to focus on maybe first the problem you're having with your supervisor. How do you feel about that?
That sounds great. Improving my situation has become important to me, a priority. I just don't know how to approach her again. Knowing she may be put off, I just think I might make things worse.
Well, from what you're saying, it sounds like we should start right there. Now, we've discussed her behavior since you guys had that conversation, and now we need to develop a goal. Could you describe for me what kind of goal would fit that area?
I guess that would be how to approach someone when there's a problem in need of a resolution.
Oh. Well, that sounds like a goal to me. So what might be the first step that you would want to take when communicating with your supervisor?
Well, I would have to contact her by leaving a voicemail, an email, a note in her mailbox, or just knocking on the door when I know she's free.
Okay. Well, those are four possibilities. Which one seems more reasonable to you, a method to use?
Well, I'm not sure which one she would prefer.
Well, why don't you consider how you proceeded last time? Last time you both met, how did you approach her then?
I just knocked, and we ended up connecting and having a further conversation.
Okay, so you made an effort to connect. From what you told me earlier, you didn't list any demands or frustrations. As a matter of fact, you felt pretty good about things when you were finished.
Yes, but then she was being a bitch again, and just 2 days later, and it was just 2 days later, and I don't even know if I should bother now. I'm fine with the way things are, and they're never going to change.
So you want to improve your relationship with your supervisor. And you've ID'd communication to utilize to better this possibility. yet you hesitate to move forward. Could you help me understand your apprehension?
I'm just afraid.
Well, I understand being scared in a situation as is, and like when facing a situation like yours, where you experienced a negative attitude from your supervisor, and then confronting her doesn't sound very easy to me.
Yes, but I do want things to change.
The first time you approached her, you took the time to be respectful and to connect. Now you want desperately for this to work, and you worry that it may not, and so you worry that she may not be open to your attempts to further communicate. And now you seem to be contemplating.
Yes, I guess so.
Well, I find it helpful sometimes to return to past successes for a model on how to proceed. Like we had already discussed, your approach worked last time you communicated.
Yes, I know it worked last time. I'm just nervous, I guess.
You continue to seem apprehensive, and I think you're wondering now if my advice is going to work, if it's going to be of any help.
Yes, I guess so, but I am ready to move forward, and I want things to change. So I suppose knocking on her door when she is free seems easy enough, and it didn't seem to be defensive or apprehensive last time. So while waiting for her to attack her, like it may have been if I had scheduled something or possibly emailed her. So I think knocking on a door sounds good.
Well, we're starting to wind down our session, and I feel that we accomplished a great deal in this session. And now I'd like for us to kind of put what we talked about into action. So before we meet again, I want you to approach your coach and communicate what's been weighing on you. Again, your approach the first time worked. So remember, use some of the qualities that you used back then. Be respectful and connect. And I will look forward to hearing about how it went when you return to your next session.
Okay.
All right, terrific. Please, I'll have to remind you for the next session for us to get the right amount of time to spend together. I really, really need you to be on time because, like I said earlier, I'm not going to be able to extend your time in any way. And I felt like we could have probably covered a little more today if you had shown up at 6 o'clock. We missed over a half-hour session. So please remember to be on time, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.